Yo.
Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to
Villains.
Villains.
Did I say villains?
Yeah.
Villains and minims and minerals.
Venom.
Slap on the backpack and the track. Heroes and villains. Thank you for joining us for the Umber Initiative post show of episode 3.
This is for the real ones.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Real.
Yep.
If you're watching this, it means you donated to us on Patreon, or we decided to zero them out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we
it's-
had something.
Who knows?
we haven't
a
figured out
future guard, but
what's
right now
the shit,
it's
yeah.
just you, Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones with the money.
Yeah. The initiates.
The
I could say initiates, but I don't. Yeah. Is that our fans?
It makes it sound like a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do we have a name for our fans?
Yeah, the initiates.
The initiates.
The initiates. Yeah, initiates.
The initiators.
The initiators.
The
No,
initiators.
that's a little too long.
Yeah.
As you can see,
They in it.
we
collective.
this is just nonsense for about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna vaguely talk about what just happened in episode 3.
We just finished recording like
Yes.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're here now, in the flesh.
That was a
Or an audio.
great
In person.
Yeah.
episode. That was a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
one.
impressions.
That was a heavy
So
episode.
episode 3.
Yeah, it really
was heavy.
You
Yeah.
want to take like a round table about this and
It was sick.
It was sick.
Oh yeah, one word.
I pulled
one
a
word.
gun.
Ready? One word. Sick.
Sick.
Okay. Yeah. Corey.
why am I next? I'm still thinking.
Yeah. One word.
Skip me.
Skip.
Mysterious.
Oh. Bombastic.
Emotional.
Hey.
Emotional.
All right.
I liked Antique Monster.
Yeah.
Antique Monster was really cool. Let's like dig into that for a
So
minute.
the name
Yeah.
of the creature
Yep.
is Peter's Isolation.
Ooh.
Aw.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the formal name for the creature itself.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It has immunity and fortitude. Toughness and fortitude immunity.
Oh my
So all
god.
toughness effects and
the
fortitude
fuck?
effects, it was immune to.
This was a construct.
So
right?
he was just a
It was a
big punching
construct,
bag.
and it was also immortal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Could
Wow.
only be destroyed. Well, it was tied to Peter Bastion's
Yeah.
mentality or life.
So I was right in saying that if I killed him, it would destroy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Barrett was very close to killing Peter.
Really.
Yeah.
Where as soon as it clicked in his head like this, it might die if Peter dies.
Yeah.
He
I was
just
surprised you didn't like just kill him right there, but I'm
Yeah.
glad you didn't.
Like, yeah.
I would have protested.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I would have done if you shot him.
Yeah.
That would
Been a
have.
way
That would have.
Different show. Yeah.
That yeah. This
Would've gone
episode would have
totally
probably ended a
different.
lot differently. We
Yeah.
probably would have fought.
Yeah.
Probably.
So yeah, you get
That's
to fight
cool.
your first technical kind of boss.
Yeah.
So far,
Mini
you
boss?
guys haven't had a traditional fight.
Mm.
It's been minion fight and
Yeah.
then this fight, which was less of a fight and more of a survive as this thing chases you.
Yeah.
Kind of inspired by like Resident Evil games of like Mr. X or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nemesis kind
Yep.
of chasing you and you can't actually kill it.
Yeah.
And it will
It's
eventually
great.
kill you if you don't
Yeah, it was cool.
proceed.
It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. I really liked it.
That was fun.
I want to kind of dig into like the concept of that character because I thought that was really unique.
Yeah.
Um,
I like Peter.
Oh, Peter.
With a lot. Yeah. Oh, is that the joke you guys? made?
Yes, dude,
Yes, it was.
I didn't want to ruin that moment at all because like honestly like that was one of the best exchanges I think you and Colby have had as
Yeah,
like a
that was
player
very
DM interaction. Like
Yeah.
that was on level between like with like Adam and the old hippie lady. I can't
Delilah.
fucking remember her
Delilah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that felt like one of those kind of scenes.
Yeah.
It was like the
Was there-
same wavelength.
Yeah.
That's why it was like
Yeah,
really perfect.
You two
Yeah.
like tapped into this like perfect exchange and like you just like the character flowed out of you. You didn't like
Yeah.
pause to think or like say or like get lost like mid sentence. You were just like zoned in.
Yeah.
That's
and-
great.
it
was-
felt so like natural.
Yeah,
and, like,
Yeah.
it was really sincere.
yeah,
I had to
sincere.
like, I had to put the fucking chat down because I was losing my shit.
Oh yeah.
A couple times I was just like, nope, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
I can't look at them.
But no, that part
I'll
was
lose
just
it.
like, just say hello. I was like, I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want to ruin the moment. I wrote it down.
As soon as you were writing it, I was thinking it. That's what I was gonna
Dude,
say.
you're right. You're giggling. I'm just like, why are they?
Dope.
Yeah. What we're giggling about and referring to is Dr. Octopus
Doc
appearing in
Ock.
the No Way Home trailer going, hello,
Hello,
Peter.
Peter.
It's just turned into a meme to us. and
Hello,
the rest of you guys probably.
There's a man Arabella taking down the glass door.
Hello,
Yeah.
That's canon.
Yeah,
But
that
anyway,
roleplay moment was great.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was amazing. That
Yeah.
was great.
Peter was a my attempt of making I said this last post show, but themes are very important.
Yeah.
And like micro themes within a story that help represent the larger themes are very important to me and what like characters represent in that.
Yeah.
And so, I on one hand I like to just be really like ham-fisted with it. Like, gee, what was the theme of today's episode?
Yeah.
I literally hand it to
literally.
you. This is the
Connection.
thing, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to tell you at the beginning. I want you to think of that towards the end and then be like,
Yeah.
oh, of course it was that.
Right.
And it resonated huge.
Yeah.
towards
I know.
the end.
I think that also helped us kind of like, because I literally have in my notebook written down like Arabella's themes, like what themes I'm like
Yeah.
aiming for her.
That's good. And I think it also helped spark, like, this is a cool connection thing for you guys, like what you guys started doing at the end of it when like the term connections are posted and now like you searching for Barrett, you thinking about your relationship with these characters, Jordan, and like all that stuff. And like, I don't know if I trust Barrett, like thinking about the connections now and like how are these going to form and
What are they going
And
to
me
turn
being
into?
a rat.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And, like,
that was
now that's,
oh man.
We're like, nah, he's a
Yeah.
little bitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Peter's, we're gonna see more of him. I
Good.
hope.
I
I really like that character.
yeah.
too.
I really love how like he's developed in the course of
That was
barely like 2 hours of like screen time.
that's
Yeah.
a super difficult part I had. I was thinking about that this whole week of like, all right, I just introduced him like at the end of like last episode with aside from like a pre-scene. So like I really need to make sure that like
I really
they don't want to just be like, oh yeah, we'll kill him.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I really think having the community like be so in depth helped a lot because then when when you're seeing other characters being like, that guy sucks, and that guy sucks, and that guy sucks, like I feel like it builds it up without directly interacting with the character.
You don't
Yeah.
have to have a stupid Quasimodo moment where like, he gets brought in the city square and they throw
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Even after we went through all of it with Peter and Jordan was in therapy and the therapist was like, oh, why would you go there? No one wants to go to a shop.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That-
Reinforces
that
the community.
character
Yeah.
build.
Oh,
Yeah,
everyone knows him and feels that way about it, but now we know. Like,
Yeah.
he's,
It-
he's
that-
a real person.
They're
And it's
really-
all, oh yeah, go on.
I just want to say it taps into what you were saying before when we were talking about world building and stuff, and how like NPCs aren't just cardboard cutouts that are convenient and has background pieces when you're trying to do a scene. That they have life
yeah,
outside of what the players are doing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you're like flexing
Yeah.
that muscle hard, and it's great.
Yeah, there's like more to say about him, but moving on to other points. So like the therapy scene
Yeah,
is
that
another
was
big
really
scene,
good.
which is
Yeah.
really, I thought that was also really good. Natalie and Jordan seem to be bouncing off each other pretty well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
it's
now.
really it's interesting because I'm trying to find a balance of revealing enough about the backstory without just handing everything like all out and like spreading all cards on the
Exactly.
table of this is everything that happened leading up to this point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's I agree. I mean, it'd be better storytelling for us to
Right.
put the breadcrumbs out as opposed
Yeah.
to just dumping it on everyone's. But I think you and I are doing that pretty well.
Yeah, like because I was thinking about this, like we took a quick short break before we started doing this after we finished streaming, and I was thinking about it and how I think a big strength to what we're doing with this particular campaign compared to the one beforehand is we're coming to it together with, we all have like storylines and things planned from like before we began,
Yeah.
and not all of us know each other's details about each other's characters.
Yeah,
And so we're kind of presenting what like we've come up with gradually
Right.
to everybody all at the same time. Like you probably know everything that we roughly have figured out, but the three of us don't really know entirely what we're doing with
Yeah.
our characters.
Yeah.
But we're coming to it instead of just like figuring it out as we go. Like we're kind
Yeah.
of steering these characters in certain directions
Yeah,
this time.
I get a lot of satisfaction from seeing what each player wants to reveal in any given scene about someone. So I'm trying not to like, I don't want to be the one to tell a player the other player's backstory. Like
Yeah.
I want that to
Yeah.
come out of the other character.
Yeah.
But I also want to help give them the platform in which to say, you know, what's up, you know, like,
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
I was gonna say real quick, I like how we're also not letting these characters be like all knowing and spitting out like just because
Sure.
like
Yeah.
just because we as players experienced like the scene with like you like putting a target on Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like now, like I don't know that as Jordan because
Right.
I haven't
We ain't
seen that with
metagaming.
my own eyes in character yet.
Yeah. Which is huge in my opinion when it comes to tabletop games. Not
Yeah.
metagaming is very important.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do sometimes because
Right.
sometimes you really want to, for, like the cool factor, but
You
it's
gotta be
tough.
like, ah, shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Nicole?
Oh, shoot. Oh, God, it might be too late.
We lost it. We
Oh
lost
no.
I think
Sorry.
we lost it. No, it's okay. It was just something going off of like the characters.
Prior planning and backstory writing and revealing
Yeah.
it gradually and
Yeah, I think we all have a general interest of each other's characters because like we're not like revealed. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it reminds me of a little bit of the difference between like D&D and like Mutants and Masterminds, because I feel like in D&D, right, in Dungeons and Dragons, you make a character and it's basically like all stats. Like if you're gonna show somebody your character, you basically are like, I'm a level 2 druid, so that means I could do X, Y, and Z, and there's no like nothing left to the imagination of that, and you can like still have a great backstory in Dungeon, you know, in D&D, and it'll be fun, but it leaves that like, you know what you if you play enough, you know exactly what each person
you know
has.
what spells do.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Fireball is
Yeah.
always going to do fireball.
Right.
You can't surprise someone with your powers.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
In this you can.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it really makes me favor this a little bit more because of that. Because there's like an element of you can keep the powers and like as a story element to your character, and that's something you can't do in D&D as much
Yeah, I agree.
unless you homebrew it a lot.
yeah. And I think
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
in relation to that, like the three of us are kind of like playing like with our cards really close to our chest.
Yeah,
Like
true.
we're not like really kind of showing too much of what we can do
Mhm.
as we go. It's really like circumstantial.
Yeah, I was also impressed too with like how during the scene where we had like all the rooms that we could go into and how like Jordan could hear a voice and like Barrett could hear a voice. I was so curious the whole time. I was like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah, there's a lot about that you guys still don't know.
Yeah.
You know, there's, you know,
Right.
what was that?
Yeah.
We have like literally no clue on anything that's
No,
going on.
yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about
Yeah.
it.
There was a part of me during that scene when Barrett was just going like
Mhm.
opening the door after door after door and hearing the whispers over and over.
And
There was a
and-
part where like he heard it mention like a person from his past, and I really wanted him to just like know it was something trying to manipulate him and go in anyway. Be
Try and like maybe
what-
manipulate.
Yeah,
it.
be like, what do you know?
Yeah,
That kind of thing, but I didn't do that.
I kind of like that your character never even like really went through
Me
Mhm.
too.
a door,
Yeah.
because then you
Yeah.
have just like no idea what
Yeah.
was behind
yeah,
it.
like he
Yeah.
like opened a door and then he
And it was
heard
like-
muffled gunshots and he was like, "Nope,
Yeah,
I'm not opening that memory."
Yeah, the
Fuck
only
this.
smart dude was like,
But
that ain't it,
but
chief.
what's interesting though is that like but as an audience we also got a gist. Like we
Yeah.
got something out of it.
Right.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
it wasn't a matter
It
of
was
like,
it
oh,
was
we just skipped
fruitful
him.
in its own
Yeah.
way without just like riding along the same path as we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode it really kind of like it sort of occurred to me. I didn't like really realize it before and it felt obvious, but like I don't feel like I really like connected the dots before, but like Barrett feels so much like the Punisher.
Oh.
Like
So
especially in
good.
this
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
particularly because like you're digging into the memories thing and
Yeah, there's some parallels.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing at all.
I
It's
thought
fucking awesome.
you guys were gonna clear this much faster.
Oh, really?
And that's not
Yikes.
saying against you guys. I think that was just poor planning on my part because I had a lot. Like I had a really big scene planned
Mm.
And it didn't happen.
for this episode, and none of it happened.
Really?
Oh,
It can
shoot.
happen next episode.
How-
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah. More stuff to work with.
Were we like really far from that?
No, you guys are very close.
Oh shit.
There was a certain triggering moment that
Mm.
needed to happen that
Uh-huh.
didn't,
Mhm.
which is
Oh.
totally fine.
Yeah.
But I'm very, 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 very excited for this moment. But how about that? Since we're reaching towards the end, what about the last scene? as was talked about.
Oh yeah.
That very, very last finale scene. What do you guys think? What's happening?
I don't want
Give me your
to.
Yeah.
guesses.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Don't want to say too
Yeah.
much about it.
Anybody.
Yeah.
But knowing what's coming, there's this. I don't want to.
Yeah, yep.
But like, there's a thing I know about this particular character that I know we talked about being something that happened before the game. I thought you were going to show instead of tell and make that thing we talked about happen right that fucking second.
That would've been something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would...
Yeah.
Oh my god, the chat.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
it was funny.
I'm very excited when the fruit of that is finally revealed.
Mm.
That's a
I'm
moment I'm
brewing
very
it,
excited
baby.
for.
That's
this
gonna
campaign.
I'm
that's
gonna
gonna
let that
change.
simmer.
That's gonna change the whole dynamic of this
It's
campaign.
gonna change a lot. Yeah.
It's just gonna like happen.
Yeah.
All right, this is it now.
um,
up.
I'm actually. It was me. I'm the ferret.
Oh, you guys named the ferret.
Oh yeah.
I did,
Chloe.
yeah, we did.
Chloe, yeah.
I thought that was a great name.
Yeah.
I wrote that
Adorable.
down like halfway through last week's session. It just kind of occurred to me, and then I like had to double check and look it up because I remember there was some song or whatever I had on one of my old like iPods or whatever. It was like a remix, and I found out it was like a David Bowie remix, but it wasn't credited to him. It was credited to the Thin White Duke, and that term always stuck out to me. And then eventually, like getting older and listening to Bowie and stuff like that, like I discovered like there was a point in time where like he tried to get clean after doing like Ziggy Stardust and everything,
Yeah.
and doing the really eccentric, flashy things and stuff like that, and decided to just get really minimal, which is interesting because that's kind of like what we have decided to do with this. And he just like stripped everything away, like all like the glamour of his image and whatever, and then just wore straight black all the time and kind of simplified his music and everything, and then decided to go by the term the Thin White Duke because he was just coked out all the time.
And now he's a
Jeez.
ferret.
Yeah,
Now he's a ferret.
now
he's
he's
a ferret.
Yeah.
Which
That
I
is
think he would be happy to know that he's a ferret from another dimension. in our
Yeah,
campaign.
true.
I
Very
love
true.
the name though. He's
I
a
thought it
great
was
Scott.
I thought it
think
was
it's
a
a good
fun
Pretty
little
great.
When are we
thing
making
to
plushies?
add in. Yeah, as soon as like we have a visual for him, he's the new mascot of everything, and
Yeah.
he's gonna baby Yoda like this whole thing for
Yeah,
us.
get on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anything else before we close this post show?
um,
I'm just excited for more.
Yeah.
yeah,
Excited for the
Excited
next
for more.
episode.
Yep. The reason why I asked if there was ground under me when I walked into that room was because when the white speck started blinking into existence when I was in that room, I thought I was in space.
I mean, that was the effect. So you got it.
It's pretty sick.
That was cool.
Picked it up.
Well, I hope you listening and watching at home are excited for more because you're gonna get it.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Yeah.
more every week.
We love you.
6:30.
Thanks for donating to Patreon
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
whatever
baby.
you
Yeah.
did to
Yeah.
listen.
Whatever you
To
did.
hear this.
Whatever you
Thanks
did.
for
man.
Thanks, pal.
Being here because
Thanks.
we love having an audience.
Yeah.
We love having money
Thanks.
too.
Bye.
Yeah.
Great.